live. So what I'm going to do is try to let it keep going. Hey! Thank you, YouTube. Now you're live because you know what happened? It didn't work just like for the past 15, 20 minutes that I've been trying to get it up and get it going. So that is all right. So let me just say hello, happy Friday. Hey, Boost friend. You see, Boost friend. And right about now, we need boost friends. And you're seeing, like, I need to boost this cord out of the shot. So here's what I'm doing. Bye-bye. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, you all know what's been going on this week. What a difference a week makes. So I want to thank you for being here with me with this Q&A with Kwanza Jones. Usually we do this IRL, and we actually have people here in the same place where I am, wherever that actually may be. But this time, because of the whole social distancing and some of the stay-at-home directives, I will call them, we're doing things a little bit differently this week. And that's what I always talk about, being fast and flexible. So here's the thing that I want to let you know. Please make sure if you're on YouTube, you're going to have to set up a channel in order to actually send me questions in the chat. But if you don't want to do that, not a problem at all. You can text me your questions. So make sure you text me your questions. I have my handy dandy phone with supercharged always. And if you text the word ask, that's A-S-K, like Kwanzaa. Text the word ask and text it to 833-672-0275. So text me, okay? Text me the word ask to 833-672-0275, and then I'll be able to get your questions and then answer them. So make sure you text me, all right? Just in case I'm not able to see your questions in YouTube or in IG, all right? There are always multiple ways to get to the same destination, and that's what we are going to be doing, whatever is easiest for you. And let me just remind you again that IG, remember, you can add them in the chat. You can send me a text. Ask is the word, 833-672-0275. YouTube, you know, the whole same thing too. And I am going to say in advance, thank you for your patience, because I'm not going to be able to get to all of the questions. Rarely have I been able to get to all of the questions. And this has been about a month now that I've been doing these questions and answers with Kwanza Jones. And don't worry, if I don't get to your question today, I will make sure you get moved to the front of the queue. Your question does, in terms of being able to answer it at next week's Q&A. So I'm going to get to as many questions as I can as possible. And one last thing, because I'll say it this way. I got rules. So people who know me know I say, I got rules. I got rules for lots of things. One of the things is for my private jet. I got rules. But today, I actually have rules for when you're chatting or when you're leaving your question and sending it to me via text. Please, 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 in addition to asking your question, let me know your name, because we're Boost friends. Hey, Boost friend. And I want to know who you are. And I love calling people by their names and what they want to be called. So that's it. Say hello, say your name, leave it in the chat. Let me know where you're from. And let's start this. So I'm all ready. Let's get these questions going. How many of you have had a week? Whoo! Raise your hand, even if you're sitting at home in your car, if you're quarantined, if you're self distancing, any of those things. Because even if I can't see your hand yet, you know what? Take a picture of you and then text me the picture. Or else you can even leave it to me on IG or various other places, because, oh, I see a hand. I see hands. Because, wow, it has been a week. So with that being the case, here's what I need to know. How many of you just need a moment to breathe? Whew. Yeah, I sure did. OMG. So I'm all set. Who has a question? Because, you know, I can talk about all sorts of things. And really, the whole point of Q&A with Kwanza Jones is because there are a lot of things that I've done, a lot of different things. And hopefully some of my experiences are helpful for who? You, and for me, and for all of us, because when we ask questions and we answer questions, that's the best way we can learn, and we can share knowledge and things of that sort. So that is where I am now. Now I'm looking at a few different things and seeing, oh, nice to see your smiling faces, everybody. Hey, Eric. Okay, as you can see, I'm scrolling up and down, so, it is what it is. All right. Hey, y'all. I see some y'alls here, and I see some Boost friends here, and I've got one other thing to do, because if I don't do this, I can't see all the questions. YouTube is a little bit quirky at times in that it does not let me see everything unless I actually pop it up. So now I have it. Love the look. Oh, thank you, Renato. Hey, Boost friend. And I know, you know all I love about you, Renato. So here we go. What's your favorite show during the quarantine is one of the questions I've had. Oh, my. Okay, I got to pat myself down. You know why? Let me do this. Where is this? You know how some people, they're like, oh, we just got to like really. That's what this quarantine and this self-quarantine and this social distancing has. It has me just up here like, woo, running around, not literally just running around inside and around the spaces where I am. But even with some of the stay-in-place orders, there's still some exemptions for different types of industries and roles. And one of those things is construction and property management. So as you all know, I do a lot. Personal development, investments, real estate, construction, development, residential, commercial, all of those sorts of things. Oh, okay, I got a 4-year-old chime. I guess I didn't turn off my chime. So you all now you know what my chime sounds like. So I have to say, DJ Naveen Kumar Darkmata, my favorite show during the quarantine is TBD. Do you know why? Because I have been stop having no time to actually even watch anything, do anything. As everyone at the Supercharged by Kwanza Jones team knows, and the KJSI team knows, it has been nonstop go, go, go. And quite frankly, as a CEO, I have had to have a few other priorities than watching a favorite show. But the weekend's here, so maybe it'll happen. But I'm curious, what's your favorite show during some of these quarantines? We will see there. All right, so this next thing, what do we have? Hey, I've got another question that is here. And one of those questions is, how do you stay active and positive during these hard quarantine times? I've got a question for you. And this was from Renato. Hey, Boost friend. Hey, Queen moves only. Boost friend, stay supercharged. So staying active and positive during these hard quarantine times, because you know what? I don't know that there are ever any easy quarantine times at all. But that's sort of like life. At times, life has a lot of hard times, but that's being able to stay positive means whether it's a time of crisis, whether it's a time of quarantine, whether it's every day and the situation is normal, as opposed to the situation being highly in flux and uncertain, it doesn't matter. What matters is if you can take a moment, take a breath, and know that you got you. And if you don't got you, that your Boost friends can get you too. That's how you can stay positive, knowing that there is a solution and there can be solutions. That's how I stay positive. And how do I stay active? Now, in terms of staying active, I don't know if you mean physically active, like working out, or if it's just getting up, getting down. Not getting up, like standing up, standing down. Okay, come on. Standing up, sitting down. Yes, stand down, coronavirus, COVID-19, stand down. We don't want you around anymore. Okay. In terms of standing up or sitting down, that's where I'm not quite sure, Renato, if you're asking that type of activity. Let me tell you a couple different things. If it's the question about how do I stay active in terms of like health, wellness, fitness, regardless, before Corona, before all of these various things, all that I would do always is at least 10 minutes a day, bare minimum, at least 10 minutes a day. I always do something active. And usually for me, it's the first thing in the morning that I'll do it. I'll either jog, run, do a high intensity interval workout. I'll do something to keep moving, at least 10 minutes. Because the thing that I found is it's really amazing how all of us, especially pre-crisis, could not find times to do the things that were important. So I'll give you an example. You can find times to probably be on YouTube or Netflix or, hanging out with friends or family or going to a club or a bar or whatever it may be, or even work like long periods of time. But if you're not prioritizing the things that core and fundamental for you, which is, as we all know, your health. If you don't have your health and you don't have activity, you're not going to be able to then endure in many different times. So that's what I do. I make sure at least 10 minutes a day, I move in some way. That's what I do. And I also, what it does is that's what actually helps me keep a positive mindset, because activity, movement, it makes such a big difference, and it instantly resets what I have going on in here, and it helps in here too, see? And then I'll give you one other final thing that our team does. We have been doing these things called dance breaks, and it's something that a number of years ago we actually started doing, because Supercharge, it's fitness, but not physical fitness. I like to think of fitness as like holistically, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, whether it's spiritual, whether it's physical, all of those things. So the whole point is to always have some sort of movement. And what we would do is do a dance break. It could be anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds, from 10 to 60 seconds. Get up, we put on some Supercharged music, we put on some Kwanza Jones music, and we just dance. That's how I stay active. All right, so let me go in and see a couple different things. And that is, give me a second, because I'm looking at this. I just answered one of the questions that was on YouTube. Hey, Queen, I just seen this. So now I'm actually going to answer another question that was coming from IG, because, trying to balance it all out. IG, I just saw something that said, how do you boost your immunity during, one moment, I'm almost there. Oh, what is a health tip you have for boosting immunity? Okay, you know what? I may be able to answer that for you really quickly, but I may have to run into the kitchen to go answer that. And I'm going to do it. I'll be right back because I want to show you all this. And here's the thing, you all know, I don't plug people's products. I just don't do it, because my whole thing is, if I use it and it's something that works for me, then I'll tell people about it. That's the best way for me to just tell you, because I know it's working for me. So it's not like any of the things I'm about to show you. There's any, it's not a, what do they call them? It's like not an advertisement. It's really just stuff that I've been doing for a long time that helps me boost immunity. And those who know me and work with me, superfoods. Superfoods is what I use, and it's what I do. And I'm going to go get it to show you, because even if you, especially now, it's hard to find various things now, you can at least find what some of the ingredients are in here. So please, just for a moment, enjoy the blue couch and enjoy the Live Your Boost Life sign, because as Boost friends, it's all about living your Boost life, especially now. Like, we need something now where we're continuously boosting each other. And you can actually might be able to see some of the ocean out there. So enjoy the ocean too for like 5 seconds. BRB. Okay, one moment. I'll be there. And if you hear me, I'm almost back. Almost back. I'm getting it out of the cabinets. So close. Really close. Getting closer, so almost there. I didn't know this was going to be showing out, but I hope you all are hearing me, because it is. Here we go. And whew, almost. I am so close, and even if it's feeling like I'm gone, say is, if I have a stain on my shirt when I get back, hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Now, if I have a stain on my shirt when I get back, then please know it's because I'm bringing all these things to you. Okay? So here's the deal. The question was a tip to boost your immunity. Oh my gosh. Health tip to boost your immunity. Get an extra set of hands because you might need it for this. But what's happening is this actually is the answer to a different question that was asked earlier, which is how do you stay active? I carry all these ingredients with me. I get up, I get down, I do all of it. So let me unpack some of this for you all, okay? Here we go. This is the end result of what it'll be. You see that? Perfect. One moment. Okay, I have concrete floors, so I have got to be careful because it's about to get really green around here. Okay, did you see me slide down that chair? Like, slide, somebody help me. Okay, here's this too. Oh, hey, look. How did I know somebody was going to ask me this? I actually didn't, but I dressed in the way that I eat. Do you dress like you eat? If so, what do you do? Okay. All right. I hope my shirt is not stained. I am so close. I know. Okay. So you know what's so funny? Somebody wrote coaster, please. And you clearly know me. Because if you don't, now you do. Am I green? Yeah, shoot. You see that? It's a little bit of green right there. But that's okay. That's how I boost my immunity. Green. Whew-wee. That was a workout. Did you just see that? I've got to, pat it down like Whitney used to. Ooh, me, oh my. But I mean, this was just from, really. Yes, I agree. You are what you eat. So I'm going to start with this. Green. That's how I boost my immunity. Always make sure you get something green into your system every day, and especially now. While you're going out and you're getting groceries, whether you have to go get them, whether you have to work with other people to go get them. I know the lines in the grocery stores can be crazy now. I know some things are just like not all there anymore. So whether it is from the fresh food aisle, produce aisle, whether it is from the frozen food aisle, and I understand some of these things are not there anymore, but don't worry, the supply chain for food is okay. There will be food. So even if you can't get the fresh produce, even if you can't do all of these things, here's what you should do. Go to the canned goods section, because at the end of the day, some green is better than no green. So what I do is my green, because traditionally in the way times, I'll say in the time way before last week, superfoods. That's what I do. And I usually know I'm not able to eat enough vegetables. And the reason I'm not able to eat enough vegetables is because I'm always going. And honestly, I'll just tell you, really, the truth is, I just get tired of chewing. Like, I get tired of chewing all of the, really. Like, sometimes it's like, really. So what do I do instead? I drink it. So superfoods, what is in this? And you can even order it online. I don't know if they're still open or not. I suspect they may be, because it's still with food. So they're based out of California, which means they're still essential. And in here, it's the ingredients that are important. You have all sorts of things like algae, like barley grass, like wheatgrass, like alfalfa grass, rose hips, lemon peel, spinach leaf. So there, spirulina. Those things are so good. And so when you're looking at this, can you see? I'm going to try to show you. All right. So IG, you all get to see it now. I'm coming at you, YouTube. Here we go. You see all of that? Oh, yeah. So even if it's back ordered now, thanks for letting us know. Even if it's back ordered, take whatever vegetables you can, because something is better than nothing, whether it's canned or not. And make sure you get that every day, green. So this is what I do. And I've got it here. The other thing that I do, because sometimes, it's been known to be called swamp juice, but I don't call it that. I call it a superfood spritzer. Why? because I add sparkling water to it instead of juice to it. And that makes it bubbly and fizzy and it feels like I'm having like a real drink or something. It is a real drink. And then what I do too is chlorophyll. So chlorophyll, you know what just happened? Huh. I just felt something on my, I think I flicked some. Oh, yeah, you see that green? I think that flicked onto my forehead. All right, so chlorophyll, what I do, I actually add this into the superfood. So when I'm doing all of that, it has a mint taste. So if it's too, if it's a little too potent, if you will, meaning if it tastes too much like grass for you to eat, you can put this in. And then the other thing that I do, remember I told you I was dressing the way I eat. Why? Is because I just happened to, I didn't know I was going to get this question. I really was wearing yellow because so much is going on. And I'm like, I want and need to feel the sun. And I'm going to dress like sunshine or like a lemon. So I do a lemon. That's what I'll do too. I'll squeeze lemon in there. So here's the thing. You can even, for example, for now, even if it's water and lemon juice, that's a good way and it gives you a boost too. Even if you cannot get fresh produce, once again, lemon juice, try to find the bottle of lemon juice and it lasts a long time in your refrigerator. So even if now you can't get all of these things, think of ways you can substitute it. So I do all of that and then I mix it up. I actually have this in the refrigerator, so it has settled a bit, but mix it up. This is so crazy that all of this, I just love it. And then that's it. So you can see all the stuff swirling around in here. Yeah, that's the good stuff. So that's what I do. And then I'll tell you actually one other thing that I do, and I think it works very well in terms of immunity boosting. Actually, it's two things. Vitamin C. So vitamin C, that's it. These are chewables. I do chewable. I grew up having chewable vitamin C. So, hey, Alan. So that's what I'm doing. Vitamin C. They have gummy vitamin C's. They have the big horse pill vitamin C. You all get yourself some vitamin C. Please chew it, swallow it, take it, drink it, do that. And then the final cocktail that I have is this. So if you all don't know, the stores sell this, and it doesn't even have to be just any of these health food stores. Right here, propolis. So how many of you like honey? Anybody? Honey? Honey? Okay. Honey comes from bees. So does propolis. So what you can do is, I'll show you. I like to think of it. It doesn't look as appetizing here, but it actually tastes, I like the taste of it. You take a spoon or a half a teaspoon of propolis. Immunity boosting indeed. And what I do is I'll take this in the morning, at night. It's so good. It helps with so much. Propolis is what it is. So Propolis. Make sure it text me. You know what? Text me the word ask, A-S-K. And then in that, ask me the question, how and where can I find propolis? And then I'll text you back and give you all that number. So text me, ask, and text it to me at 833-672-0275. You can text me and ask your questions, even if your questions are like, hey, how do I get some of these ingredients and things that you find? And let's try some of that. So propolis, and what I'll do is I'll take that spoon of propolis and I will add it with the, I didn't even know this is show and tell. This is so exciting. To this. Okay. Cod liver oil, my friends. Hey, Boost friend, cod liver oil. Let me tell you about cod liver oil. Essentially, what happens with cod liver oil is, you're getting your omega-3s, and that is not only good for immunity, but actually your mind too. So those things make such a big difference. I will give you a tip. Make sure with cod liver oil, you want the one that has lemon flavor with it. If not, it's going to taste so fishy. This is juicy, just like my lemon squeeze. Okay, a little corny, but that's okay. We could all use a little bit of levity in this moment. But really, seriously, here's what happened. I accidentally bought the cod liver oil that did not have the lemon flavor. OMG. That's what it was. So if you accidentally do that, here's what you can do. mix the two. But that's it. That's all you get for show and tell for all the health questions and all, because I have spent so much time on this question. Why? Because you all maybe get up and run to the kitchen, and I wasn't expecting to do that. So thank you for your patience. Remember, ask me any follow-up questions you can. The cooking show is now over for the moment. All right. So I'm going to now get to the next one. Now, somebody just said, I went to IG, I'm going back to YouTube right now. That yesterday, you mentioned yesterday that I'd share my skincare routine with us today. What might that routine be? Okay, so I guess, you all smell that? Okay. Good. I'm glad you don't. I wanted to make sure my hands didn't smell fishy because, no, say no to the fish. Okay. No, it's just a little oily, but good. It's not fishy, so I can go and do all of this. Skincare routine. Well, you know, since a lot of us have a lot more time at home these days, don't we? Not that we even, I'm so glad you can't smell it. Thank goodness. Okay. You know, we do need to have something where actually, I want to see, but I want to reach out and touch Boost Friends. Boost Friends, you know, you got to join the Boost Friend community because we do this and that's how we boost each other. So my skincare routine, I'm going to take it back a little. And I am not saying that this is something that you all should do, but it worked for me. Growing up, Daddy would always say, you have got to make sure you keep everything clean. And how do you do that? I'm not going to go run to my medicine cabinet yet because I'm just going to keep this short. Alcohol. Now I know everybody just relax. We know some things that are really challenging to get right now. Alcohol, peroxide, hand sanitizer. But do you know a natural cleansing remedy that you can do? Vinegar. Vinegar works for that too. So just try that too. What I would do is I'd use, and I know everybody, don't worry about it. They say alcohol is drying. Maybe my skin is tough because it was not drying out my skin. And I'm telling you, I used alcohol on my skin for at least 25 years. Just, yep, that's it. That's what I would do starting in like the age of 2. So that makes me 27. And look. So anyway, beyond alcohol, you know, I don't use it. I would dilute it a little bit. I don't use it as much anymore, but water. My biggest skincare routine is water. I drink a lot of water. That is it. A lot of water. That's the main thing. And I only really just started wearing makeup more, just, you know, whenever I had shows, I would wear makeup when I was performing or doing things there. But even then, I only wear the minimal amount of makeup possible at times because I'm like, all right, give me an eye, give me a lip. And I didn't even do anything on the eyes right now. But so I think that means my pores weren't getting as clogged. And if you do wear a lot of makeup, make sure you are cleansing your face morning and night. That's it. Wash is not just what you put on your skin. It's also what you put into your mouth. So water, 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 water. And somebody said, come through, melanin. Yes, perhaps that too. Maybe it's the Asian side too. But what I will say is other products that I end up using, once again, ASK. Text me, ASK to 833-672-0275. Text me there. And what I'm going to do is I'll send you all the list and pictures and all of those things of the different products I've used throughout the years, because the main thing I've done is switched it up. And I found that if I switch it up, then your skin doesn't get used to the same thing. It's like anything. Your skin will get used to the products and it's not going to feel like the efficacy is as great. So instead, switch it up. Try a few different things and, you know, don't go overboard with it, because oftentimes at the end of the day, you're spending all this money that you shouldn't be spending, especially now because you all know what's happening right now. Yeah, watch your money, especially now. Please don't go and do all these frivolous purchases now. You can't. So that's it. I will send you a list. So anybody who knows, I'll send you a list. But the biggest thing is water, like water, as much water as you can get. And I am going to go back now to, I may or may not help with the question, but I actually do have a lot of other, just some different things. And if I were to tell you I didn't wash my face every day, then I would not be lying, because sometimes I don't. It's dirt. That's what it is. My skincare routine is keep it dirty. No, honestly, it's working out does it too, because when you perspire, that gives you some water too. All right, so let's see what some of these other ones are. I'm going up on Instagram. I like vitamin gummies. So do I. I actually have them in the kitchen. And you know what? I thought, because I was just saying now, don't do frivolous purchases right now. I guess I'll move to a finance question because I thought I saw one. One moment. I'm getting back to that. I guess food. I have something called F3. It doesn't mean food, fitness, and finance, but we'll say that's right now. So right now, you'll hear the song. So I've got a question because I knew I saw a finance question somewhere. Is now a good time to buy stocks since they're so low? What would be your strategy in this market? Okay. I'm trying to see who wrote that. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, Jamie, you wrote that. So here's the thing. As you all know, I'm not a certified financial planner. I am not going to be giving you financial advice. I am only going to tell you things from my experiences, because it's no guarantee that what I do works for you. It's no guarantee that what you do works for me, but I can at least share. And it's interesting because I had a conversation about this actually last night, and it was about how and when are you able to take advantage of uncertainty. I'll put it that way. And I'm going to preface this by also saying, hey, everybody, hey. I was going to preface it by saying hello, because I'm now just seeing all of these people. So I'm going to preface this essentially by saying that what we are seeing and noticing right now is just an extreme. It's just an extreme period of time of uncertainty. And if you still think about, and I said this before, about life and how things are, there are a lot of things that are certain. And let me tell you the biggest thing that's certain. Uncertainty and change is a certainty. So I'm going to say it again. And the reason why is because the one thing we all know that is absolutely certain, even in a time of uncertainty, and even when it's not in a time of uncertainty, is change. So if you can always be prepared and towards your investments should reflect that. And it's worth me saying that again. If the most certain thing we know is that there is the most certain thing, and if change is the most certain thing, it could be change happening because of the coronavirus. It could be change happening because of COVID-19, because we know coronavirus has been here. This novel coronavirus, this COVID-19 one, is what's different. Those are the changes that end up happening now. So in this instance, what I would say is no different than what I would say before. Diversify and understand baseline what your financial situation is. So for example, I would not say go put all of your money in one particular stock. Why? Because you're not diversified. So what if something happens to that one company? Right. All your money is gone. I would not say go put all of your money in one particular bond. And, some of you all may have had growing up savings bonds that your parents or your grandparents or your friends or family members may have bought you. Like you bought a bond for $100, but you got it for $50. But after X number of years, it was worth the 100, and then you could cash it in and you could get it. So don't put it all in that. Diversify. There's some things that are more, or I will say there are some things that are less risky. Like it could be a bank and it's a certificate of deposit. So in terms of is now a good time and what's the strategy, I'd say it can always be a good time financially to go and make investments, but you've got to start with where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? And what I mean by that is what are essentials that you need? Because don't go and start then trying to go into the market, whether you're going to the stock market, whether you're going into mutual funds, whether you are going to a bank getting a CD, which is a certificate of deposit. Don't start making a run for all of those things if you don't have your essentials covered. This is absolutely critical. You got to be able to have your essentials covered. So what is essential for you? Figure that out. What you may be able to understand is things that you may think are essential are not. Some of those things that some people are like, oh, I need to have this, I need to have this, I need to have this, are actually not needs, they're wants. And I did a whole workshop. I've done a number of workshops on these called Fearless Finances. So ask me, ASK, send me a short code, ask about that. And quite frankly, a lot of those workshops I did, they were in person, but now, hey, Boost Friend, you know what we're going to do? I'll have it as a webinar. So just ask me and just say, in the ask, just say, can you send me information about the Fearless Finance webinar? And we'll go from there. So text me 833-672-0275, ask. And really, I'll be able to have an even more in-depth conversation about finances and some strategies and things you can do, at the very least, just based on things that I've done that have worked for me. So I really think it's something that deserves a lot more time, so I can be very thoughtful and I can plan out or help you like think of, here's some things, maybe they're terms and things you've never even heard of, and that's a good starting point for a number of things. So let's do that. Just the biggest thing, know that change is uncertain is, rephrase. Biggest thing is know that change is absolutely certain. 2, figure out what are essentials for you. 3, always go into things understanding you need to diversify, especially with investments, because if you're going to put them all in one place, look at the market now. If I had all of my money in the market in stocks and in one, well, my dear Supercharged friends and family, and you know, our team, we love you. It would be pretty rough right now, but it's not. So, and not as obviously rough as it could be. Of course, yeah, I've lost money. Ooh, this market has been, you have seen what's happened. So yeah, so let's go into all of these, even in more. Ask, ASK is the word I need you to text me. Ask to 833-672-0275, and I'll be able to give you even more insight into that. And hopefully we can actually spend like another hour and a half just on some of those things if it's helpful for you. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, I'll be right back. One moment. I want to get something free quickly, but this is just a really, really quick one. Almost there. Okay. Whoo-wee. Okay. I didn't say I was going to get, you know what? I went to go get my whole beverage and I forgot I had this daggone thing right here. Oh, okay. That's okay. I did it with a capital D. Yes. So now I want to drink it. Okay, here we go. I think we still have, yeah, we're still good. We're still good with our time and some other questions. So let me go in and see what's happening. I did IG, YouTube, anything. Remember, send me a text. Text me at 833-672-0275. Text me the word ask. And then after that, you can text me your questions so I can know, all right, that it's relevant. If not, I'm going to get all these texts. And these texts, I'm not going to immediately respond to right now because I'm obviously here and I want to respond to and prioritize the texts that I'm getting now that are questions because, you know, I'm here and being all in the moment. Okay, so the thing that I actually also want to tell you is I've got some of my Supercharged team, hey Boost friends, that are moderating the questions or at least the chats. So they're going to put in really quickly the phone number, and it looks like they just did. Thank you. I see 330. Perfect. Have questions. They put that number in there too and the word to be able to text. Okay. Why am I just seeing? My granny used to make me take a huge spoonful every day. Must be that cod liver oil you're talking about. Must be. I'm going to go, and that was it. I would go back and find some of the other questions. One moment, please. That cod liver oil makes me, it's so funny because I remember your grandmother, your granny did it. My mom was like, what? Okay, you all ate all of these sweets. Here's what you're doing. Come get this cod liver oil. You ate all this candy. When the babysitter, you think she wasn't telling on you. Yeah, she told you. So yeah, she's like, now here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a bottle of cod liver oil. Cruel, I know, cruel, but it prevented a whole lot of other stuff. Okay, so click the questions, but no, thank you. Well, Thanks, Eric, clicking the questions, but I was trying to get to my YouTube questions first, but that's okay. I'll get to some of you all. Okay, so here we go. Skincare, I would check, did all of that. Here we go. The other one, we got skincare, we got health, we have all of these. And we've got two questions. One of them is, how long do you think it's going to be before things get back to normal? And there we go. All righty. I'm going to tell you right now. Longer than most people realize. Yeah, that's what I think. It's going to be longer than most people realize. I think, but not everyone. I think some people are like, oh my gosh, we're not going to be able to leave the house for like 2 years. I don't think it's going to be that long. But I have been, and this is quite frankly, just in terms of preparing and trying to make sure everything with the company was functioning and well and happening, and in anticipation of all of these things. No, I didn't have any heads up or any inside information about Corona being this. No, it's not all of this. Where have you all been hearing that thing where some of the politicians knew about it and then some took advantage of this in terms of buying various different stocks or selling various ones? I had no information. All I know is the same thing that you all know. But what happened is, by the time things really started heating up, which really was, that's why I said this week has been literally last Friday, I was saying, hey, you know what, with all of these things going on with COVID-19, I can just really share a remote work plan that I'd been in the process of implementing and working on for probably the past 24 months with the Supercharged team. So I said, you know what? And I was talking to some of my team members and saying, we need to do this rapid remote rollout plan and make what we've been doing internally available externally. So I was working on just trying to compile everything for the rapid remote rollout plan that essentially it's supercharged. It's what we've done. And it's the reason why it has been pretty seamless. I mean, it really has been seamless. So if you want to know information about that, text me the word remote, REMOTE, and I will share with you how long. Well, that Friday, I did a quick video saying, hey, everybody, I've had this rapid remote rollout plan that I've been working on for the past 18 to 24 months. So in case you end up deciding that you want to work from home, you want some of your team to work from home, you're going to have to implement it quickly. And so I can help you do that. And I'll just send you this information. Well, that was on Friday. Then we know Saturday happened. Then we know Sunday happened. And with that, it was a lot of things that were unfolding. And we're seeing more and more cases, which of course was going to be the norm. The more people get tested, the more cases there are going to be. So it's not surprising. It's that we just have not had that information. So then it must have been Sunday or even Monday morning, I was on a couple of different conference calls with a number of other CEOs, and we were on a video conference call. And as part of those conference calls, there were some chief scientists who were for a number of different companies and for a number of different hospitals. And also they deal with infectious diseases. So I can share with you the information that they shared with me and with the other CEOs that were on that call. And the fact is that there is no vaccine. If someone is saying that the vaccine is going to be available in a week or 2 or 3 weeks, it is not at all realistic because it does not take that short and fast a time to do it. So lots of things that were being tested, they're trying to push through, but the fact is it's still I will say what they were saying was the time it was going to take was at least a year to a year and a half before some sort of vaccine would be ready. Now, maybe they've accelerated that because now the attention even more so of our government is even more so on this now. So a year to a year and a half, you're welcome for sharing it. Yeah, I just saw a message, is how long it was told. Now, that does not mean that it's a year and a half that people are staying at home. It's just that really when you're really thinking about how to stabilize or get back to normal, whatever that normal may be. As far as people being able not to be under some of these orders, mine. Honestly, I'm prepping for a longer period than I would like because I always like to be prepared. And what I mean by that is making sure the teams are able to communicate well, making sure, especially with whether it's friends, whether it's family, that we're in constant contact doing those things. But yeah, I'd say I think it's highly unlikely. A week or two, I don't think so. And I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist in general, but I also like to say I am a realist. I'm a realistic optimist. And I like to think of all options and try to plan for as many things as possible. So hopefully that helps. That's a little bit of ASK to 833-672-02. Because I'm constantly in a number of these different meetings. So as I'm hearing things from scientists, from consultants, from lawyers, from finance people, from any people, if I'm hearing it, I have no problem helping and sharing and boosting you. That's like boost friend. It really is about that. We've got to boost each other, even more so now than usual. And I'm always about how do we boost each other to be better? And by boosting each other, we're able to help boost the world. Literally right now, it's what we need. So I've got time for maybe a couple more questions. I've got a little bit, about 10 minutes left, 8 to 10 minutes left. So let's see. Where are we? That was an IG one. So now I am going to go back to a YouTube one, and except I just pressed the IG one again. Oops, didn't mean to go there. Okay, so I'm coming right back to YouTube. Question from, you mentioned, okay, skincare. Bear with me, everybody. I'm trying to go down and scroll and go back to what some of the things were and then go back up. Here we go. Needs versus wants are really there. Okay. All right. Question from Michael in LA. Okay. I see a 1 and I see a 2. One is open houses and housing market. What do I think? And the other is, should I pull out my investment saving for a down payment on a house for this year from the stock market since it has already lost 9K? Ooh. So I've got 2 questions. One of them was, should I pull out my investment saving for down payment on a house for this year from the stock market since it has already lost almost $9,000? And another was, I think it's wise to wait until at least, I think this is a 2-part question. Maybe that's it. I think it's wise to wait until at least summer for the spread of the virus to lessen before going to open houses. What do you think the housing market might be like then? Do I look stunned? I hope I look stunned, and I want to tell you why I look stunned. Honestly, somebody put, child, 9,000. Yeah, I feel it. That's real money. You all know, real money. Some people are like, okay, I always operate like this. I don't care if it's a penny. If it's a penny that I earned, a penny that was saved, a penny that was given, that's real money. And pennies make millions and billions. So the reason I say all of that is, okay, thanks for clarifying. It's a 2-part question. Is because a number of things that I do, real estate is one of those things. Okay, so if we're looking, and this is crazy because one of the exemptions in LA is for construction. If you're doing some things in construction or in property management, then in terms of being able to go out and do work in various things and not be subject to the order is that. So I was out running around. Some of you who saw me earlier, my internal team who saw me in like the construction gear. I had my supercharged cap on. I had, the other gear on because I was at a couple different construction sites today, trying to make it work and trying to make it happen. So in terms of that, I would say in this instance, it sounds like it is a residential real estate question as you have, because you're saying it's a down payment for a house. I'm going to mirror what it was that I said before, which is make sure your essentials are covered. So if you've already lost 9,000, and I'm not, once again, I'll tell you what I would do. because that's all I can speak for. I'm not going to give anyone advice. As a Boost friend, I can say, hey, Boost friend, here's what I would do, and maybe it helps you. Depending on how much you have in there and depending on what you have it in, you may want to consider pulling, or you may want to consider investing in some things, not for how things are now, but how things are going to be. So now we know how things are. Lots of things are tanking, but all of us know we're going to get through this. So what are going to be those things that after we get through this are going to be opportunities? Now, in this instance, and I think this was Michael who asked the question, in this instance, the biggest thing I would say, though, is you have to think about, whenever you talk about finance and whenever you think about investments, and whenever you're thinking about whether it is real estate as an investment because it's a property you're actually going to live in or you're going to rent out or anything of that sort, you always have to think about, with money, also think about time. So what is that time horizon? If you have been saving for a house, what was your time horizon? Were you hoping that it was in a year you'd be able to do it? Were you hoping in 2 years? Were you hoping in 3 months? Were you hoping in 6 months? Because you can't really have one of the questions without asking yourself the other question. So that two-part thing is where it's a balance back and forth of those things. If you were saying, hey, I wanted to buy something, I had my money invested, that was one of the ways I was doing it, I would follow up and also ask you, do you have a 401k? Because if you have a 401k, do you know you can borrow against your 401k for the down payment of a house? If you didn't know, now you know. So there's certain things that you can do. So maybe instead you're like, all right, maybe I take it out, maybe I put it in a CD, or maybe I keep it in, but I put it in something less volatile, but everything is volatile. Okay, I won't say everything is volatile now because there's some distressed opportunities, but everything can seem volatile, but not everything is. But I would absolutely say look for opportunities, because even if you're not going to open houses because you don't think they're going to be open houses until the virus lessens, which I agree, we don't know, but I suspect there won't be many open houses at all. It does not mean that you can't do virtual open houses on some of the platforms that are out there, whether it's Zillow, whether it's Redfin, whether it's MLS, or if you're in the LA area, MLS, which stands for Multiple Listing Services, or the MLS.net, I believe it is. You can still now prepare. Like, the fact is, just because times are a little uncertain now, it does not mean you stop working your plan. I'm going to say that again. Just because times are uncertain now, do not stop working your plan. You may have to alter your plan. Like, that may be what you do. So alter your plan. In fact, use this time. If you were saving for a down payment on a house, then use this time to start thinking, what type of house? In terms of how much house do you want to buy? Use this time to start thinking, how much are you paying in rent? All right, if you're paying X amount in rent, how much mortgage could you afford for that? Why? Because the amount you can afford in a mortgage is different than the amount you can afford in rent. Why is that? Because interest in your primary house is deductible. You can deduct the interest of a mortgage. So that means how you think about it can be a little bit differently. So start thinking of those things. I know I talk about having a webinar, a Fearless Finance webinar. It's some of the things we've done before. Text me, ask to 833-672-0275. And I can even go over all the things, because I've done a lot of property purchases, residential, commercial, multi-unit, single family, primary residence, secondary residences, on and on and on. And the thing is, it's not like anybody is born knowing all of this information. Do you know how you learn it? By doing exactly what you did, Michael, and exactly like a lot of other people here are doing. You ask the question and you educate yourself. So I want to be able to give you even more information that may be helpful for you, if I can at least share even some of the experiences I've had from how are you looking at mortgages, or how aren't you, and when should you pay off your mortgages, and when shouldn't you? When should you try to get a HELOC, and when shouldn't you? When should you refi? Because here's the thing for you, Michael, the great thing is now interest rates are at an all-time low. You saw what the Feds did. That's great for you. because we still want to make sure there's a stimulus that is actually happening. We still, as a society, especially here, we need to make sure people are still spending, because that's how our country, how it works, and how we're also able to do things. But you're going to find, I'm going to end it with this because we're right at time, right about now. It's a good opportunity when you're really thinking about what comes next. And there are lots of opportunities, because there are going to be a lot of people after this who may not be able to afford it anymore. And maybe that's an opportunity for you. The fact that you're buying their house is a benefit for them. And it's a benefit for you because you're able to, even if it's a little less than what they were hoping to sell. All right, everybody, gotta go. Bye, Boost friends. Text me, 833-672-0275. And okay, that my video ended on IG. But for YouTube, here it is. I'll finish this last one, which is text me, ASK 833-672-0275, and questions and answers, Q&A with Kwanza Jones. I'll see you next week. We'll do the same thing. And, we're going to make it through all of this together. We're going to make it through all of this together, because we are going to be boosting you. I'm going to be boosting you. You're going to be boosting me. Boost friend, it's what we do. Let's boost each other to be better. Keep your heads up. Keep those smiles on, even in times of uncertainty. And you know what you need to do? Stay supercharged. Who loves you? I do. Bye for now.